So, today's going to be the first video I upload on chemistry equations. Now, I never really intended to do this. I only intended to do mechanisms, practicals, and then the content, but never really equations. However, I had my mock recently, this week, and the first page was like so many equations throughout the paper, especially on the first question, and it was worth so many marks. So, and obviously I did not review the equations, so it just made me realize the importance of equations, and hence today I'm going to be adding equations / mechanism in the same playlist. So the first ionization energy of oxygen, you can see O from in the gaseous state to O plus gaseous plus E minus. Second ionization energy of oxygen, now the oxygen is just positive, and then it goes to a 2 positive plus E minus. This second bit, the M to the M2 plus 2E minus, is the idea that when group 2 elements react with water, they are oxidized from 0 to +2, which is a key fact you probably should know. So you can see from M to M2 plus to Ca to Ca2 plus. When group 2 elements react with water, they're oxidized from 0 to 2 to +2. Ba2 plus an aqueous plus SO4 2 minus an aqueous arrow BaSO4 solid. Then BaCl2 aqueous plus FeSO4 aqueous to form BaSO4 solid plus FeCl2 aqueous. The ionic equation for neutralization: H plus an aqueous plus OH minus an aqueous to form H2O liquid. Magnesium is used in the extraction of titanium. This equation always comes up a lot of the time, and so especially this one, please learn this one. TiCl4 in gas plus 2 mg solid arrow Ti solid plus 2 mg Cl2 liquid. So TiCl4 gas plus 2 mg solid arrow Ti solid plus 2 mg Cl2 liquid. In this, when magnesium is used in extraction of titanium, magnesium is the reducing agent. That's also another key fact you do need to know. Then we've got the two equations of calcium oxide and calcium carbonate to remove the SO2, sulfur dioxide. So CaO solid plus 2H2O liquid plus SO2 gas to form CaSO3 solid plus 2H2O liquid. Then we've got calcium carbonate, CaCO3 solid plus 2H2O liquid plus SO2 gas, arrow CaSO3 solid plus 2H2O plus CO2 gas. Okay. Now the ionic equation for the halogens: Cl2 aqueous plus 2Br minus aqueous to form 2Cl minus aqueous plus Br2 aqueous. Cl2 aqueous plus 2I minus aqueous to form 2Cl minus aqueous plus I2 aqueous. Iodine aqueous. Br2 aqueous plus 2I minus aqueous to form 2Br minus aqueous plus I2 iodine aqueous. Chlorine and sodium hydroxide react together to make bleach. 2NaOH aqueous plus Cl2 gas. So the NaOH has got 2, chlorine is 1, to form NaClO aqueous plus NaCl aqueous plus H2O liquid. So 2NaOH aqueous plus Cl2 gas to form NaClO aqueous plus NaCl aqueous plus H2O liquid. The reaction of chlorine and sodium hydroxide to form bleach is also called a disproportionation reaction, and what this means is that the oxidation state of chlorine goes up and down. In other terms, chlorine is oxidized and reduced in chemistry terms, so therefore it's called a disproportionation reaction when an element, in this case chlorine or anything, is oxidized and reduced. Then we've got Cl2 gas plus H2O liquid to form reversible reaction 2H plus aqueous plus Cl minus aqueous plus ClO minus aqueous. Then we've got 2Cl2 gas plus H2H2O liquid to form reversible reaction 4H plus aqueous plus 4Cl minus aqueous plus O2 gas. Now the reaction of halides with concentrated sulfuric acid to give a hydrogen halide. What's next depends on which halide you have. So NaF solid plus H2SO4 liquid, NaHSO4 solid plus HF gas, NaCl solid plus H2SO4 liquid to form NaHSO4 solid plus HCl gas, NaBr solid plus H2SO4 liquid to form NaHSO4 plus HBr gas. And now with the bromine, NaBr, now the 2HBr gas plus H2SO4 liquid to form Br2 gas plus SO2 gas plus H2H2O liquid, 2HBr gas plus H2SO4 liquid to form Br2 gas plus SO2 gas plus 2H2O liquid, NaI solid plus H2SO4 liquid to form NaHSO4 solid plus HI gas, then 2HI gas plus H2SO4 liquid to form I2 gas plus SO2 gas plus 2H2O liquid. And then also again 6HI gas plus SO2 gas to form H2S gas plus 3I2 solid, 3 iodines plus 2H4 liquid. And the reason I've circled H2S because that's called hydrogen sulfide and that is toxic and smells of bad eggs. So just 2 key facts about it that I think you do need to know as well. Now we've got the analytic equation for the test for halides. Ag plus aqueous plus Xi minus plus X minus aqueous to form AgX solid. And now this equation, obviously, I put a bit of information about it because you don't want to just learn. I don't want to just give you guys equations like I did. But you can clearly tell which one's this. Is calcium oxide, calcium carbonate to remove SO2, and this is the group 7 with concentrated sulfuric acid. So I just want to give you guys like a bit of indicator what's going on. And this equation, you were using red litmus paper and sodium hydroxide to test for ammonium ions. So NH4 plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous to form NH3 gas plus H2O liquid. NH4 plus aqueous plus OH minus aqueous to form NH3 gas plus H2O liquid. Hydrochloric acid can detect carbonates. CO3 minus solid plus 2H plus aqueous to form CO2 gas plus H2O liquid. CO3 minus solid plus 2H plus aqueous to form CO2 gas plus H2O liquid. Ethanol production, these 3 equations. I've seen a 4 marker on here on this question and it was like justify the statement, include any relevant equation, and you had to literally just copy and paste these equations. So you do need to learn them off by heart. Ethanol production, 6CO2 plus 6H2O to form C6H12O6 plus 6O2. Then we've got C6H12O6 to 2C2H5OH plus 2CO2. Then to 2C2H5OH plus 6O2 to form 4CO2 plus 6H2O. Fermentation equation, C6H12O6 and aqueous. Use 30 to 40 degrees C yeast to form 2C2H5OH aqueous plus H2CO2 in gas. Now these equations are free radical substitution. O2 UV to form 2 oxygen O free radicals, O dot plus O dot. Then the O2 plus the O dot to form O3, and that's how ozone is formed from those 2 equations from oxygen. It's got CCl3F arrow UV, CCl2F dot plus Cl dot. Then we've got these 2 equations to show the decomposition, I think, of. But I know these 2 equations are on these 3 equations on the spec. I'm pretty sure Cl dot plus O3 arrow ClO dot plus O2, and then ClO dot plus O3 arrow 2O2 plus Cl dot, and then you add them together. That cancels out, that cancels out, that cancels out, that cancels out. You get 2O3 here, 1, 2, and 2 plus 1 to give you 3O2, and that's the overall equation. And in this equation, Cl dot is a catalyst, another key thing you should know. Now we've got methane and chlorine, CH4 plus Cl2, arrow UV, CH3Cl plus HCl. Cl2 UV to 2Cl dot, initiation, where free radicals are produced. Then Cl dot plus CH4, arrow CH3 dot plus HCl, propagation. And then the second propagation reaction, CH3 dot plus Cl2, arrow CH3 Cl plus Cl dot. And then the termination, CH3 dot plus CH3 dot to form C2H6, or Cl dot plus CH3 dot to form CH3Cl. And generally termination is the easiest out of the step, or maybe initiation, yeah. And then termination second easiest, but propagation is the hardest, so recap that. Cl dot plus CH4, arrow CH3 dot plus HCl, CH3 dot plus Cl2, arrow CH3Cl plus Cl dot. Now these aren't really equations, but I've seen a couple of questions on this, and it was like name this, or draw trichlorofluoromethane. So you should know how to do it, and it is in a textbook, so I think it's on the spec. I'm not fully sure, probably not, but it's still good to know these. Trichlorofluoromethane, I've got carbon, Cl, 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 F on the bottom, that's trichlorofluoromethane. Then trifluoromethane is when you've got carbon, F, 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 fluoro, and then a Cl on the bottom, and that's trifluoromethane. And then formation of soot carbon by incomplete combustion, CH4 plus O2 to form C solid, a C, which is soot plus 2H2O. CH4 plus O2 arrow C plus 2H2O. CH4 plus O2 arrow C plus 2H2O. And there are a couple more equations of the incomplete combustion, but those equations you don't really need to memorize. You can just do a practice of them, and then you can get the hang of it. And I just haven't got it anyway on my paper, so I wouldn't be able to go through it anyway. But that's the end of today's video.